No, you're not lazy necessarily. You're not crazy. There is nothing wrong with you. You probably just don't know how to get started. I got you. This is City, your mental, physical, spiritual motivation coach. I'm here to help you today with the physical, and that's just getting started. Now, this can apply to many different things, but a lot of people have a hard time just getting started with the physical. No problem, I got you. So, I'm gonna go over a few basic tips with you just to get you motivated. Why? Because I have been a master procrastinator for a long time. Also, I'm used to being coached, and now that I have to coach myself, I've had to put in a few practices to get myself started. When it comes to fitness or getting physical, changing your lifestyle, what I find with most clients that I've had is you're doing too much at once. So basically, you're trying to do keto, low carb, you're trying to work out 5 days a week, you're with a group, you got a trainer, you're doing this. And especially if you're not used to that, that could be a recipe for a disaster. Maybe you're one of those people who can jump feet first into something and do it. But clearly, a lot of people aren't, because I know here in South Carolina, we are one of the most obese, states. Here's a few basic tips. 1, 3 times a week, 30 minutes per session. You can do this by walking. You can do this by going to the gym. However you want to do it. You can do it in your living room, especially with the pandemic, right? So 30 minutes of cardiovascular exercise. At the end of the day, your heart has to pump. It's a muscle. I don't care how great you eat. You still have to get that muscle pumping. You want to get your body used to doing some type of exercise. Now listen, it doesn't have to be hardcore. You don't have to go do CrossFit. You don't have to go and box. You don't have to go and do something extreme unless you like those kind of things and it keeps you intrigued. I'm one of those people. I like intense workouts. I like sports. So I tend to find myself the happiest when I'm doing a sport as my fitness, right? However, at the end of the day, you gotta do it. Period. Point blank. 30 minutes, 3 days a week. Okay? So how you want to get started with that? Let's say it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Just be consistent. Just get consistent. That's all we want to do when you first start out. The second thing is increase your water intake. Most people don't drink a lot of water or enough water, right? Now, I run into people all of the time that say, well, I drink my water. Yes, but are you getting in 8 glasses per day? Or can you up that to a gallon and try to challenge yourself? As far as the nutritional aspect of it, just that, along with your 3 days per week for 30 minutes, is enough to learn to be consistent without you overdoing it. The reason why I like this tactic versus trying to change a whole diet is because you get to see what your body can do by itself first. That's my personal opinion. It gives you a consistency. You know you got to grab your water every day, and you know that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday you have your 30 minutes a day for a workout. Okay? 30 minutes minimum. If you can go 45 minutes to an hour, even better. But at least 30 minutes, at least. And just get in the habit of knowing that those days you're doing it. You're doing your 30 minutes. Number 3, don't overcomplicate it. Don't overcomplicate this process. Don't try to put too much on your plate for the first 30 days, okay? So take the first 30 days, get consistent on your water intake and your 3 days per week. If you can squeeze an extra, cool, but at least you know that's your minimum. This generally applies to people who you're not the fitness people, and it's cool. Now, there are people like myself who fall off the wagon. I have fallen off the damn wagon. Oh God. And I'm used to being coached. So it's been a process, but I have been my best student, just trying to understand the why, which brings me to number 4. Identify your excuses not to get up and do something physical. What is the excuse? because you have to start somewhere anyway, right? Identify what that excuse is. Now create the solution. Identify your excuse or excuses and create a solution. So it's almost the old adage of don't complain if you don't have a solution. So I learned that a long time ago. When anytime I had an issue with a superior, I would come in, identify the issue, and offer a solution. So do that for yourself, okay? Don't give yourself any excuse not to do what you know you need to do. Because at the end of the day, if you're not taking care of you, who's going to do it? And you can't take care of you, you can't take care of anybody else. It just is what it is. I'm guilty. Is there any excuse that you can't do 30 minutes, 3 days a week? Second, increase your water intake. We're going to do that for 30 days. That's it. And then from there, you increase something. In that 30 minutes, make sure that you perspire. Make sure that your heart rate is raised a bit. If you are new to this, calm it down, take some baby steps. But you don't want to just be like, if you can have a whole conversation, yeah, girl, you might not be raising your heart rate to where it's burning. Okay. You want to be able to burn calories, right? So in those 30 minutes, monitor how you feel. How easy is it getting? Your first week is going to be a little bit challenging, right? Possibly. Then you raise your intensity. I didn't say go up in time, but raise your intensity. Or use it as a monitor for how far you can go in that 30 minutes. Can you do a mile? Can you do a mile and a half? Can you do 2 miles? Can you jog some of it? So starting there, you don't have to overdo it. Start and increase and see what happens to your body. You can do that at any point in time in that 30-minute exercise. Start simple. Just make sure you are burning by pushing yourself a little bit past your limit. If you can do it with a partner, even better. But I'm going to tell you from my own experiences, finding a workout partner has been the hardest thing to do. So you're going to have to coach yourself. Take it from Coach City. In the comments below, go ahead and put down what date you're starting and pick your 3 days. Hold yourself accountable so you can come back to this video, look at your comment and see what you're doing. See how you've increased and see your start date. You can come back to this video and let it motivate you again. You might fall off. You start again. It doesn't matter. Don't let one mess up be an excuse for why you can't keep going. Let's go. All right. This is Coach City, your mentor, your trainer, your mental, physical, spiritual mentoring coach. I am here to help. Ask me any questions. Information is in the description box. Go ahead and subscribe. Have a lot of great content for you. I am encouraging you. I'm behind you. You got this. I ain't even going to look at you because you got this. Just get started. I ain't even going to stare at you. You ready? All right.